So my last generation of Soviet PDF children's mask arrived today. It's a size 1, so no idea if it will fit me, probably not. But at least has quite big straps on it. Now I'm going to wash it first, because basically it's absolutely covered in talc and dust. That's the inside of the mask. So it's basically got the inner seal, like the awful GP7 PMK style seals. Externally it reminds me a bit of an Israeli 4A1. So what I'm going to do is just put it in the sink with a load of hot water, or lukewarm water, and a tiny bit of washing up liquid, just to try and get some of this talc off of it. Some people are asking me, was washing up liquid safe to use on masks? If you've got one that's not got loads of petroleum-based stuff in, yes. But again, these masks, as I said, are designed to withstand quite strong chemicals, so a little bit of washing up liquid diluted in water isn't going to do the mask any harm. Obviously, if you've got a really rare or valuable mask, don't wash it like this, but for generic sort of cold war masks, why not? So yeah, thanks to anybody that's donated recently. I've used your donations to get this mask, because I'd held off on getting these for a while because they were quite expensive for what they were. But this one ended up being, I think, less than £20 when bought from Eastern Europe. So it obviously took like a week or two to arrive. So anyway, first part of the video is going to be pretty straightforward. It's simply just going to be washing off the mask. I might as well include this in the video just out of interest for the people that sort of, you know, find this stuff interesting, in case I get people saying, how would you clean this mask? Well, as you can see, all I'm really going to do is let it soak for a little bit. I think most of this talc is just going to brush off by hand once it's soaked in the water a bit. The front actually there reminds me a bit of the PDF, if you didn't have the nose bit on it, sort of how that looks forwards. So I'm assuming, I don't actually know, that this being a last generation of the sort of Soviet PDFs was the one that was designed sort of to be a parallel to the GP7. 89 on mine, so very close to the end of the Cold War. And I said size 1, wish it was a size 4 or something, but we'll see if it can fit me very badly. As you can see, that rubber's looking a lot shinier now. What I'll probably do is put some silicone lubricant on it once it's soaked in the sink and it's dry. That way it will look nice and shiny and not talky. But you can probably already see, that'll be enough water, that sort of the rubber on this is looking a lot cleaner already. Because, as said, although talc can be a bit annoying, most talc will just come off without a good scrubbing, just if you let it soak in the sink. So anyway, I'm going to leave this in the sink for probably 5 minutes, then I'm just going to drain the water and put this out to dry. Then as soon as it's dry, I'll do a video, see if it fits me, and we'll talk a little bit more about the mask. But yeah, it looks quite good for a PDF, but as said, it's unfortunately a small size one, and it's got that annoying inner seal. Weirdly, the straps on this do up like French mask straps, where the bottom two straps have a metallic clasp on them. But, yeah. Oh well, interesting. But yeah, I will do more of the video to this once it's clean. And here we are, the PDF-2 that's been cleaned and sprayed with silicone lubricant, so it actually looks a bit nicer. So as you can see, the back section I've not bothered putting silicone lubricant on, so that's sort of the rubber after cleaning as opposed to the rubber properly cleaned. So the PDF-2 is also apparently known as the PDF-2SH or the GP7SH. So a bit of a mouthful, but I'll just call it the PDF-2 because that's the easiest thing, because it is basically the second gen of PDF-2, even though there's so many variants of PDF masks. Anyway, so I've tried to loosen the straps as much as I can. These back straps are being a bit annoying to try and sort of pull through. But regardless, we'll just see how it goes. Because yeah, I don't want to rip anything by putting too much pressure on them. So if I undo both these back straps, you'll see what I'm getting silicone lubricant all over my hands because the mask isn't dry. Brilliant. So that's what it looks like inside. As I said earlier, pretty much a GP7. So the mask came with a standard Soviet sort of GP5 style satchel bag. Actually, it's not the same as a GP5 one, is it? probably more like some of the other PDF ones, but I've not actually seen a satchel bag like this, but there you go. Came with that, and it came with everybody's favourite filter. Well, actually not. This is obviously a GP7 filter it's come with, yep, because it says RN7K. Now, again, I would not advise using this filter, but I would say it's slightly safer than the GP5 filter, just primarily because it's got a proper particulate layer in the top, not just a cheap piece of cotton. So let's pull the bottom off of that. Now I'm going to be stupid and just put on with the filter for this video because I'm only going to be wearing it very briefly. So yeah, your asbestos section is in that bit under there, but yeah, as said, if you were going to decide you were definitely going to use one of these filters, not that I'd recommend it and I'm being an idiot, please do it with one that's at least a GP7 style filter with this top layer, because it actually looks like, you know, the asbestos is more likely to be trapped in the filter properly. But as I said, I'm an idiot and I'm going to wear it anyway, so it doesn't need much of a screw to fit onto there. So okay, here we go. So yeah, getting silicone lubricant all over my hands. Let's get the mask on. So I assume that you'd pull this bit into your face, like so, and then that's it, that's into my face, but as you can see it's way too small because my eyes are up here. I'm not going to do the back straps up, they would do up, but there's no point. So, if this was a size that would fit me, as in probably the biggest size they did of it, it's not too uncomfortable. It's more comfortable than the GP7, because the smaller peripheral face seal in this seems to work better. No oral nasal cup. So there you go. There's the GP7SH or the PDF-2SH. Wonder if it's airtight. There it is. Okay, so it's actually airtight. So there's that, but as I said, you know, not much I can show you of this, but there you go. It's not marked my face, has it? Good. So there is the PDF-2SH, quite a cool looking mask, made right at the end of the Cold War before the Soviet Union collapsed, from figures I can see online, somewhere between like the late 80s to about 1991 or 1990. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting looking mask. As said, ideally don't use the GP7K filters like I just did, but they're still safer than GP5 filters, but safe is a relative term, isn't it? So anyway, let's pop this filter back together. So put that on there and screw it up. Put this into the bottom. Thanks to anybody that's donated that's helped me buy this mask. As said, unfortunately it's too small for me, but what do you expect? It's a children's mask. So, yep. There we go, there is the PDF-2SH or PDF-2SH. Fairly interesting. Again, I'd say this is probably better than the earlier generation PDFs, but there's not much to it, and I'm not exactly the best person to evaluate this because it doesn't fit me. But there you go. It's an interesting looking mask, but really, it's kind of just like a GP7 built onto a PDF style mask. But there you go, it is what it is, I guess.